Are you ready for your first run of the day?
Yes, sir. I've waited and waited.
Hello everyone. It is Sunday afternoon. Start
About
off
10 o'clock?
Yeah, about 10 o'clock. Start off with it is baby girl's 4th birthday.
Big baby girl.
Big baby girl, sorry. And I can't call her. She don't like me to call her baby girl unless she hears me call her sister baby girl. Then she wants to be the baby. But she is 4 today, and we drove back from Florida. Freedom Factory. It took us. We left this morning at.
He woke me up at 4 o'clock, and we left at 5:30.
We packed everything at dead on 5:30. We pulled out of the track, and between the pit stops, I swear I don't understand why they put a 20-gallon tank on a 3/4 ton truck. It's beyond me. But
I averaged 10 miles to the gallon. Then by the time we left Florida, the truck all of a sudden just went, you know what, let's get 12. And that doesn't seem like a lot until every 160 miles, if you don't want to run a slap out of fuel, you had to stop. And now you can go 200 miles and still have a little bit of fuel left. But even then, we stopped for fuel, 4 times?
So, and like I said, we would have to, and we didn't really get any. I mean, we stopped and got snacks, and I think a couple people got Subway or something, you know, and
If
just.
they got Subway, it wasn't in my vehicle.
It was Stephen.
Okay. Stephen made it to Cleetus' video.
He did. He most certainly did. And he's asleep. I can't even call and let him know because he told us he thought he would.
He called us after he said, I just made it to the Cleetus highlight reel. We're like, wait, how do you know? He goes, no, seriously, Cleetus was recording the video and I was walking by and they turned and panned to me. And sure, then my name is Randy. We watched it sit here with my father-in-law, my brother and sister-in-law and everybody. We had a little cookout for Addie's birthday. Sure than shit, there went Steve on Cleetus' channel. The excitement just to see him walking by on that channel.
And the excitement that he was on video. This weekend.
I think it's changed his mind.
I do. I hope it helped Justin out too, because both of them are always welcome. We've tried to tell them both that we love for this. If I tell you, I do not have a bucket list. I don't care for a bucket list. I don't care to make one. But if I ever had one, this weekend would have knocked off a bunch of them. I did something I've always wanted to do. I did it with my oldest youngin, and my other 2 kids were there too. I did something I never thought I would be able to do. As a matter of fact,
blew a hole in his old pants. Oh no, sorry, that's different.
That did too. I didn't really want to get into that right now, but I'm on the happy note. But anyway, when we bought Fireball, one of the first things I said, sitting in the car. Matter of fact, I think
you weren't even in the car because the car wasn't running. We didn't even get it off the trailer.
We're thinking of 2 different things because I thought I was at Piedmont in line and we were videoing. But anyway,
the intro is us in line at Piedmont. I asked him, "Are you ready for your first run of the day?" He said, "Yes, I am. Whether it goes hot or not, we're gonna have fun." And the first day that we bought Fireball, it was nighttime when we loaded it. We took it to Dad's house. We just dropped the whole truck and trailer and unasked and went to bed. Come back the next day, and we were going to unload the car. And I did it short. I said, you want to tell the people what we bought? Because we didn't tell you. We just teased it. And
I didn't tell you.
Yep. He just showed. That tells you how
I do know what video he's talking about now.
And I'm 98% sure that there's a 50% chance that either he did or he did not say.
Cleetus, I know I said it.
I'm coming to your event.
But then we may be thinking of two different videos.
If we are, I will insert it right now.
We will find it. And I want y'all to know, I'm pretty much a man of my word. But when I said it, Cleetus, I'm coming to your show, I meant it in one way or the other. I was going to do it.
We weren't going to be on the spectator side. And
everybody keeps saying about winning. I didn't even know you could win open class. I was going because the sticker on the side of my car says one day or day one, your choice. I am tired of sitting on the sidelines. I am tired of letting everybody else. All these ideas I have had and wanted to do, I'm always a day late and $1 short because I didn't act on them. We are about
6 years late.
Yeah, but now, honestly, 6 years ago, I did not have the money. We would not be able to do, he was not in the position he's in. I was not in the position I'm in. We would not have been able to do it 6 years ago. But we are doing it now.
And we've got to be doing something, okay? We got to talk to a lot of awesome
people. I was fixing to say, I am doing something that I have always wanted to do and I'll always wanted to do. I just did it.
Well, we at the Freedom Factory, we talked to Plumber's Crack. He's usually the one out there in the van. And very nice guy. Wonderful dude.
Now, these people are just like us. Everybody. Now, there might have been one or two that kind of had maybe a little attitude, but I'm going to be honest with you, they still spoke to us. They still talked to us. Yep. They still act like we were called racers. And I know that sounds silly, but I'm just going to tell you something. We weren't just looked at like we were just some no-name nobody that nobody there knew outside the people who rode in our vehicles. We were sitting under the tent in the driver's meeting with all these big names you guys are watching every day. I promise you right now, we're the smallest jokers. And I'm telling you, a little bit farther from me to you right now was, I just drew a blank. Jackson James, I'm sorry, he was sitting right there. You had Busted Radio Garage. I could have licked my finger and reached over and touched his ear hole. I actually was going to sit down with Busted Radio Garage, and when Randy went over to the other table, and it was, we didn't want to take nobody's seat, So when he went over there and he spoke to the guy and got the seat, I sat beside of him, and we were right there. Yeah. It was. I cannot tell you how emotional it was, and I was fine until I looked over. When he's talked about his nerves and everything, and hey, we're doing it. This is great. This is awesome. Until we walked up that hill and looked at that pad. At that burnout pad. We're veterans now. My stomach got upset, and I started. I guess, shaking. I thought he was going to pass out. And I kept hearing, the people kept saying it. Cleetus said it one time, said, y'all need to hydrate, you need to hydrate. We've never had race suits on. We've never had helmets on. We have had them when we did the little go-karts. But it's different. Whenever it's 115 degrees in Florida with no breeze where we are. And a head sock, a helmet, a neck brace. Gloves, a full rated fire suit. Now, and I'm going to tell you something else. We did watch one man catch on fire out there, and when he got out of I think it was the fumes that got him inside his vehicle. But when he got out, you seen the smoke coming off of his. Not tire smoke. No, I'm about sure it was, but the smoke was coming off of his fire suit. So. I am glad that is the rule and everything, and we got them now, so we don't have to bite that bullet every time. Well, it costs a few pennies, but how much is it worth whether it's methanol or gasoline? You don't want to get burnt by it. Well, there's a reason. But now, keep in mind, I caught mine on fire. My car. You just didn't catch on fire. Well, I caught it on fire. It exploded. And it was. But anyway, what I am getting at it was Bluetooth horsepower. It could have been very easily me on fire in the car. It really could, because I can't move. I was uncomfortable because
We're in a stock seat.
Yeah, I've been in a stock seat. I've never had a problem sitting there, and I had not ever tried the helmet on until I started to pull out because they came the day before. We just threw them in the truck and we went. So when I put the helmet on and I put the neck brace and the fire suit on and I sat in the car, my head was hitting the top of the car. I
didn't have that problem.
I could not sit the way I normally drive, so I had to lean the seat back. So I was already uncomfortable, and I couldn't have done it because we didn't have those helmets. But even Hugh told us we should have had them on at the last event over at Caraway, Grand Pito Pick.
Grand Pito.
I said it wrong. I'm sorry, but anyway, he told us we should have had them on so we would be used to it. And I kind of thought to myself, I'm not going to. This is just one. I should have, but I didn't have that helmet. But we did have helmets that I could have. And I've been in the car on the drag race with my other helmet, and it did not do that.
Well, it wasn't.
But I also didn't have the neck brace, so maybe, I don't know.
This helmet's a lot thicker. This helmet's a lot newer. This is a 2020 rated, whatever it's called. Because it could have been a 2015 or better. But yes, it was uncomfortable. And I'm getting that thing and I'm all scrunched. But now, granted, I'm in a convertible. I can sit as high as I want. I ain't got to worry about, well, I'm too short anyway. So I wouldn't have hit my head even with the hard top. But we talked with these people. We went out there.
I was fixing to say, and please keep your thought. I was fixing to say, everybody that we talked to and asked because we were new, we didn't know. Everybody, every single one of them helped us. I had one guy get on the golf cart and give me a ride back to the vehicle. Trusted me enough to let me go in the gate and lock it back by myself after everybody was gone. So I mean, I'm telling you, they seen something. And we said, I cannot tell you how great this is. Go ahead.
Well, how many times have we sat here and told y'all or told each other, or if you know us, Daryl, Matt, whatever you want to be called today, Jonathan, you wonderful, wonderful friend, Vic, you damn dog-looking thing, Adam with your missing leg. I mean, there's all kinds of people. Hugh, I ain't even got nothing to say about Hugh. But how many times have we told you we're just regular people? We are nobodies. In our mind, we are. We show up to this event in an open class. Now keep in mind, a lot of these people have been running this open class for 4 or 5 years. Because you have to win first place in the open class to qualify for pro. Sit there talking to plumber's crap. And I'm like, well, I guess they just approve everybody who puts in for the open class. He goes, yeah, at the beginning, 6 years ago. Now? You got to be doing something. And I looked at Daddy, I said, what the hell are we doing? Because all we're doing is cleaning the shop right now. Then it kind of dawned on me. We're putting in substantial effort as much as we can. We are
everybody out there. Everybody out there started where we are right now.
Yep.
They may not have a stock car the way we did. They may have built a car, but they went out and they have started and they built. And just like I told about all of them, last year I was on the outside of the gate waiting for them to open to come in and watch them. This year I'm on the inside of the gate.
We got to walk around unrestricted.
And I got to park the car out on the grass for people to come by. I actually had a family ask me to sign their shirt. Now, unfortunately, I did not have a marker. I have never thought anybody would want me to sign crap. Only thing I
thought that they would want me to sign was the waiver.
But yeah,
that's it.
Now I could not believe
him to sign their damn shirts.
That 3 kids wanted us to sign it. I mean, our cars were sitting right there. People were coming up asking questions.
It was like we were Cleetus and them. They were so blown away the fact that we were talking to them.
And I'm just gonna tell you, one of the guys, I was telling the guy about, he was a book author, and I apologize, I do not remember his name.
He does like the T is for turbo books.
Yeah, he's a kid's author. But me and him had a long conversation, and he was telling me, just breathe and everything, and because whether you want to or not, or like it or not, you're one of the racers now. And I thought about that, and this right here, Burnout Rivals at Cleetus and Cars. This will no longer be on our whiteboard because we have made it. We've made it. We will do something else. Unfortunately, the funds are not there for us to go to the next one. I wanted to go to all three.
I can't go to the next one.
And that's what I was fixing to say. He's got to go to
the Fun Run Cruisers. Daryl, I'm coming.
We got to figure this out because he is going to be in Atlanta.
I'm going to be in Atlanta, Georgia, and if it's a Saturday, I can leave Friday night and start heading that way.
But we're going to see, and it may,
or I'll just get on the plane.
It may work out. We don't know. We will see exactly when he leaves and goes, does it?
But it's not road and stone yet.
That's right. And don't believe nothing the railroad tells you until you are there.
No, you believe one thing that the railroad tells you, and that's you're going to work every damn 10 hours.
Yeah.
Whenever you work for the big railroad, when that phone rings and you go, hello, and they say CSX calling, you've been off of work for 10 hours.
Well, we ain't worried about work. So now we have done a lot of discussion because I'll be honest with you, when I did, I've never blown an engine like that. I've
blown intake gas.
I have overread one and it started smoking. It still runs. It smoked like a freight train, but it runs. I have never had internals make themselves externals like this one did.
I've never seen a stock motor, no power adder, no giant cam. This is a stock motor. Never seen one do it.
Now, of course, I'm sure that they do, but anyway, what I'm getting at is you're bound to do what happened with what we do. The cars are revved to the max from the time we step out on the pad to the time we come in.
My throttle goes further down now.
Because he probably pushed about an inch for the floorboard down.
You could hear it creaking as I pushed it.
And I knew when my burnout started something wasn't right. And honestly, I probably could have just let up and drove off and been done, and I might could have saved my engine.
I doubt it.
But I didn't come there to drive off that thing. When I say yes, I wanted to drive off. I didn't come there to win it. I went there for the experience, and I went there to give everybody the show. And that's exactly what I tried to do. For some reason, from the time I hit the gas, my car did not smoke and have the RPMs that it normally does. Normally, my car will outsmoke his car. We had these same wheels, these same tires.
The same front wheels.
Everything was the same. My car I think the other day when I run it hot and it shut itself off, I think I did some damage at that point. And we had put a bigger radiator in it. I had plugged some stuff off with the water pump. I'm not going to say that did or did not do it. I don't know. But I do know that the bigger radiator did not keep it cool. So something wasn't right about the engine. And I went ahead and went with it.
Well, with that being said.
Well, we were going to, I thought, I picked around and I said, all right, we're going to let swap it because I want my exhaust coming up out the top. Either no hood or coming out through the hood. Either way, I want an LS. I want to do this. And I got to thinking, I do want to do it. But the burgundy car is his. The black car is mine. I'm not giving up on my black car because it's what we started with.
It's like Leroy for Cleetus.
Right.
It's like the Fummins for Weston Chaplin or the come and swap Mustang. It's what puts you really on the map.
It is, and it's what
It's like black
people know when we roll in
fireworks.
with that thing. Now, we've got the Twisted Sister up there. I wanted it. It's a 6-speed. I wanted it for the drifting car. Now, so what we have decided, unless we change our mind.
Unless y'all really convince us.
But what we're going to do, we've had a couple people reach out and say they would come help us for the next few weekends. We may take them up on it, because what we're going to do, as of right now, we're going to pull the motor out of Fireball.
Motor and transmission.
And we're going to pull the motor out of Twisted Sister. We're going to put Twisted Sister's motor in my car. And then we can do the LS swap, because the drift car right now is going to be both of ours. We're both going to try to learn to drift. We can still do burnouts in the car if we want to. We can drift with it. We would like to do, I think it's called Sick Week, where we drive to track to track.
So
we'd like to do something like that.
We talked to one of the people who does like non-Freedom, like live streaming at the Freedom Factory, at the Freedom Plus stuff. He said something that really made me start thinking on. They wanted to do a $5,000 burnout, like drag and drive type car. $5,000 budget. And we must have looked just poor enough.
Well, I mean, think about it. For what we, and I've told him what we need to do is go back to the beginning and put together a video and do a voiceover or however, he can work his magic. But from day one, when we bought Fireball.
That's a big old spider.
Yep. From day one, when we
kill
bought it. Well, I'm waiting for him to come a little closer. From day one, hold on. I thought he was going to throw me over.
That joker was big.
From day one, when we bought Fireball, to today, other than tires that we have burned off.
What did we spend? Besides the oil and all that other
I'm just talking about buying the car, getting it ready, and going out there and doing burnouts. We have got, now let me rephrase that. From what we have started to going to Cleetus and cars, we've got $2,000 or less in both cars. That is fire suit, helmet, the sock, the gloves, the neck brace, the car, getting the car ready, because my car was only $900. Now, we throwed a couple $100 worth of parts to the car that we did not need to.
It was maybe $100, $150 worth of parts.
But we did not need to do it, because when we found out it was the security, it was a $23 or $26 part that fixed it.
It was $32.
Okay, well, $32, and we've even bought one because we thought that we messed it up when we bought Randy's. But even at the parts that we bought that we didn't have, because we added that in, because we did.
Well, let's just say $200.
We did. That's what I'm saying. We did buy and put it on the car, even though it didn't need it. We didn't know we were shooting in the dark.
Yep. So that's $11.
We bought the car, and then we got it running. So now all we had to then do is it already had headers on it when we bought it.
Yep.
We took the exhaust off of it. I had some 3.5-inch pipe laying around. I made our own boom tube.
Yep, because we ordered a 3-inch universal. Now keep in mind, this is way before this building
This
happened.
is parts we've had laying around.
Yep,
now
because I ordered universal 3-inch exhaust kits to do black bedding. And what it come with was 2 45s in each box, and I got 2 boxes. So I have 4 45s.
We got 3 now because I lost one of mine going to the Freedom Factory.
Well, we don't have, yeah. Well, either way, Daddy said, I have an idea. I said, well, that's dangerous. Well, we took the exhaust off, and we didn't want to run straight long tubes because it comes out right at the fuel rail.
Mine did sound different, but that was part of the difference I heard too, because it did sound different.
It sounded a lot more aggressive. That's neither here nor there. Well,
it felt different to pedal.
Yeah. 45'd out, swelled it up with just your AutoZone pipe sweller. No, we swelled out to 3 inches as much as we could. Took the 3.5, cut a slit, beat the snot out of it.
And I put a 2x4 in there, and I flatten it out to be boom tubes. But anyway, we did that and had very little money tied up in that at all. We had a couple clamps.
Maybe $100 and the exhaust kits.
And now we bought a mini spool from, I think it was
Summit Racing for $100.
Okay, Summit Racing, $100 mini spool. And then now you don't have to if you buy a Z28. It is positive traction, but it
is a limited slip positive traction unit. It's got the springs in it.
And so we run it like that now. You don't have to have the mini spool.
But you will wear out one tire
a little bit faster. But it will spin both tires because we did all of our burnouts up until the last, 2 months, 3 months?
This was my second burnout with the mini spool.
Okay, so we have just done the mini spool. But so you don't have to. But if you do have a one-wheel peel, it would be smart to do that, to spend that money.
It's $100.
And that's what I'm saying.
A true track lock rear end is like $600.
And if you go in there and weld it, and then anything happens, it's shot. So if anything happens, we can take the mini spool out, replace whatever broke, put the mini spool right back in there. Yeah. So you save all your welding and everything. Because the guys out there at the track was telling me that they weld the rear ends up for people for $250. Why would I spend $250 when I can have $100? So, but anyway, what I'm getting at is now that's pretty much what we did. Everything else was just taking stuff out. And and I took the rear seats. Now his still you took them out for this event. But anyway, then we bought the race suit. I don't know. I didn't know
it. $200 a piece, if I remember.
Okay, $200.
Hey, don't forget handbrake. Trans cooler.
You don't have to have it.
No,
you do not have to have it. What I'm getting at is what you have to go out there and enjoy yourself and put on a good show. Now, you can upgrade like we did. We did not start off with it. We went out there and was doing burnouts with actually the burnouts we were doing at the drag strips didn't require the safety equipment.
They didn't require a helmet until you went down to 8
Until you went down the drag strip, they just started that at the end. So less than $1,500, we were doing burnouts. Now,
keep in mind, there's not a lot of places that do these type of events. Legal pits is what we go to.
That's right. I am not going to go to one that's out here on the street. I'm not doing it.
And I told everybody at the Freedom Factory, they're like, "Oh, this is how many times have you done this?" I'm like, "This is our first big event." And they all kind of look at you like, "What do you mean big event?" Oh, well, his car did 15 small events at Caraway, and that's not 15 times.
Yeah, because we were
it's
sharing
15 events.
We shared a car. My youngest boys went out there and run my car.
Yep.
And now
mine's been to 10 events.
Yeah. So what I'm getting at is, I keep getting off on it, and I apologize. But what I'm getting at is, for just regular events and legal events, you can go out here and you can have fun for $1,500 or less.
That's not even saying.
Now you may have to do some work on the car.
Yeah, you need basic know-how, because I promise right now I didn't know jack crap about Gen 2 LT1 when we started.
Hear me out for just a second before you start saying it over there. We give $900 for the black Fireball. We got it working. We got it going. We got less than $1,500 tied up in that car, and we're out there having fun. We decided to go in and buy the second car. That way we would have, each one of us would have one. We bought the car for $500. Went and picked the car up, brought it home, got on Marketplace, found somebody that had a motor for sale for $650, if I'm saying it right.
$650.
That's what we offered them. That's what we got the motor for, $650. So if you do your math, that's $500, $650 is $1,150. That's what we got in. Now, we did the part, now you bought Chinesium headers.
Those are $100.
Okay, he bought $100 Chinesium headers.
So I got $1,250 in that car.
Okay.
All right, I bought Chinesium headers, if you did not hear, for $100. They come with exhaust, manifold, gaskets, everything.
And we put those on.
Did the same boom tube.
I did the same boom tube with the same hammer and everything and put that on.
And I did a set of cheap Amazon Chinesium injectors. Because that's
right,
the
I
reason.
forgot about that.
And we ordered the VATS bypass, so that was another $32.
But that was not the problem.
But we
did not
ordered it
have
for the
to.
car.
But we did. We do still have it over the toolbox.
So you're talking between both cars, we got less than $1,500.
That's what I'm getting at.
For the pair.
Now, for the third car,
that one's going to need
that one right there cost us $1,500 right off the bat. That's what we bought the car for because it is a 6-speed.
T56.
And I wanted the T56, I wanted the 6-speed, and if you go try to buy one out on Marketplace or whatever, you're gonna get $1,500 to $2,500 for a 6-speed.
And you don't even know if it functions.
So that's why we bought that car, because it had straight gear.
And
so
we will
now,
convert it over to the LS style.
Now again,
and we will rip
the car needs a little bit of work, but we got $1,500 tied up in it. So we probably can put $200 worth in it and get it to where I can take it to an event. But we're wanting to do the next step with it.
Well, I told Dad, I said, why don't we just put Fireball up, bring Twisted Sister out, do the gas tank, do the front end, get it where it runs right, and start sending it. He goes, no. I'm not
putting Fireball in the corner.
He said he's not going to let her sit there and gather dust because that's where he started. He's not going away from it.
People knows whether I go to Caraway or whether I go to Piedmont, and now whether I go to the Freedom Factory, they're going to know I was in that car. So
Randy Hutchins Jr.
That's right. I don't care. I will say it again. This is my least favorite car, Camaro.
I hate to say it because it's the same thing for me.
My favorite pick of all the Camaros is the 69. That's what I like.
I don't even like this. If I had to get the 69, I'd take a Pontiac Firebird.
No, I don't even like the Pontiac Firebird.
They're just ugly enough where I like them.
I would take it because I want the old stuff now. But 69 Camaro Z28 is my pick if I picked any of them.
I'll take the Z28 split bumper.
But now I was also born in '69, so I'm partial with that car.
Oh,
it may be, but I like it. But anyway, so we are going to try to do maybe a couple budget builds to show y'all how much if we actually. You can go out there and you can spend $2,500, $3,500 for a car that's running and come in and do it. If you pick the car, Z28 is a good car that you can actually go get.
They didn't start the SS till they started the LS1.
And like I said, if you want my opinion, stay away from the 93, 94, 95s.
They say 94, 95 can be tuned more with tuner cat and all that. Well, listen, you go talk to any tuning shop, what do they use? HP tuners.
Well,
you talk to a diesel shop, it's generally HP tuners, EFI Live, Bully Dog.
But you can't. You're gonna have a lot of money tied up in those three models to try to switch them over to go to one of these others.
Well, 96 and 97 is the Opti Spark as well. You can just tune with HP tuners because it's a true OBD2.
Okay, well, like I said, it's a little bit out of me, but I know
and
that you can do it with HP
tuner.
tuner.
Yeah, and the 93 is a flash style chip.
Now, again, everybody talks junk about the Opti.
Man, them things have done fantastic. Y'all seen what we've done to these cars.
They've done good for us. Now, that's right. They've done good for us. We have changed them, but actually, the one we took off and put another one on, we ended up putting that one on another car because it wasn't the problem. So
it's still sitting in the back.
I thought we put it on when we switched it over.
We put an Amazon one on yours.
Okay.
That was like $30.
It's still here if we need it.
It's a stock unit.
Yeah. Now, I kind of got away from myself a minute ago.
Surprise.
When we switched his motor, we couldn't get it going. That's why we bought that other part because we thought it was security. It ended up being clogged injectors. He actually took the injectors off of the motor that was in the car because we knew it would run. It just had a bad knock to it. and it had no power. So he took the injectors off of it and put it onto the motor that we had just bought, and we did this in 3 days.
We bought it on a Thursday. I went to work that afternoon. I didn't work Friday. So between Friday, Saturday, we had the old motor out, new motor in, with transmission out the top, so the wrong way.
And yeah, we're
And
still
Sunday
sticking out the bottom. But
and Sunday it rained so bad we got rained out. But
because at the time we were in my building at the house that leaked.
This one leaks too, don't feel bad.
And yeah, but when you get a good rain there, you were standing in water. It would run to the back. But anyway, he took the injectors, put it over on the car, and it cranked.
While you were mowing the yard.
That's right. So what he done is, we could have done that swap and left it. But he decided he was going to buy, he found a Chinesian for a lot less money than
it's
what
like $60 for
So,
the 8.
he spent the $60 so he could get those new injectors, and I think that's what you're still running. He put
It
those
takes a
in
little
there.
while to start.
It does. Sometimes it starts a little hard, but
Tell me it doesn't work.
it just did an awesome show for his 2 minutes. He did not run it hot. It did not hit the wall. It did not do anything. It did not die. He did his show.
We both,
for less than $2,000 suit and everything.
you look at the both of us, combined, $4,000. That won't even get you transmission. But, yes, we probably made a little bit of an ass of ourselves. Don't mistake that. But we just went out there and competed against, honestly, professionals.
Pretty much. Because I'm
these
telling you
people
what,
have
Noisy
been-
Cricket's got a heck of a setup.
Yep.
And I mean,
that was the first
I think
time Chris is running.
Yeah, I think he was running Homer, I think was the other one. So these guys have been doing it. Yeah, see, he's going right to another next.
He's going to Indiana.
So, and again,
Well, no, he's going somewhere else because it's 8 days from now.
yeah, I don't know the schedule. I heard him talking about it, and I saw it on one of the videos.
Well, I was
that he
finishing
put out.
up the video that I should have finished up Thursday.
But again, what I'm saying is, we wanted to go to the next one, and we don't have the funds. He's going to be out of town. The next one I think is in Maine.
No, it's in Indianapolis.
No, I'm talking about the one. The next one's in Indianapolis. You're going to be gone. The one after that, I think, is July in Maine. I think, but I'd have to look. But anyway, we had a couple people approach us about coming to the other ones. We're getting into this new and everything.
Burnout Nationals, they go from New York down to Florida a lot. Sometimes they go over to like
And
Australia.
I kind of got to watch myself because I feel like my Vivo's got a clogged up muffler, and I really liked it when I was coming back here and the Jake brake worked. But I'm really going to sit down. We're going to sit down one day and just figure out exactly, not including this building, but just to figure out what we got and everything and put it straight on the.
You really want to know?
I mean,
Volvo, the big trailer, my truck.
you can't count his truck.
I bought
you
it
can't
11
count my
years
truck because
No,
that was.
including my truck. My truck, the camper, the Vivo, the big trailer, and the 2 cars, $50,000.
That's. I understand what he's saying.
Okay,
but that's
take
not
my
what
truck
I'm
out
trying to say.
$26,000.
Well, I had my truck before we started this. He had his truck before we started
Okay,
this.
take the truck out of it. 26
So,
grand.
now we did buy Vivo. I bought Vivo for $6,000. I'm not trying to hide it. That's what I bought. We got a little bit into doing some parts and stuff for it. I really cannot tell you the price of that because we haven't finished all the little figure.
When we figure it up, we will add it.
That's right. I have no problem telling you. I'm straight open book. But I bought the Volvo for $6,000. I bought the 53 foot
For
$1,900. That right there is what?
$7,900.
$7,900 is
Let's
what
just
we
say
got.
$8 grand.
Okay, $8,000 set up into that setup. Now,
$1,500 to put tags on.
Madman, I talked to him down there. He's got the setup that I want because he's got that bigger enclosed trailer.
Frito-Lay's
trailer, and I am looking for one because it's got the aluminum sides. But anyway, he's got set up. He give $100 less than what I give for my semi.
He gave $5,900. Now he
But
did
now
have
he
a lot
did some
more
work to it. Now we had to.
Yep.
We didn't have to because I actually drove mine in. I think he had a problem with his that wouldn't drive. I think. Now I may have misunderstood.
We would have never made it to Florida.
I wouldn't have. We would have probably done it if it wasn't
Parked
for
up
Jonathan
garage.
helping us.
Yep, parked up garage.
If it wasn't for him, I probably would not have made Cleetus' event because the truck probably wouldn't have made it. But it did make it from Albemarle to here, which is about 45 minutes.
In the snow.
In the snow, and it did make it. So it did pull itself. It was a headache, but I made it. So, and we could have went with just our regular trailers. He's got one that
We could have just took tents.
yeah, and
Because at night it felt pretty decent.
yeah, it was sticky, but
What I'm saying is you don't have to spend $100,000 to go have fun. The world of budget this or budget that, you go look up
if you're
LS
gonna-
budget build on YouTube and you find all these long lists of budget builds that are truthfully bullshit. Because they're going to say, oh, well, this crank is only $100, but they don't show you proof. Then you go look up the exact same part number and it's a $600 part.
and like I said,
I mean, come on, people.
you're not going to go do $1,500, $2,500 and compete for $10,000, $20,000.
I never
That
said
ain't gonna.
compete.
I'm just saying you're not going to do that.
You're going to have fun.
For $1,500 to $2,500, you can go out there and have the time of your life. Now, if you're wanting to go out there and compete and stuff like that, that is a totally different.
You're going to need a stroked out LS.
Yeah, you're going. I mean, well,
or a
you got a
big
big
block.
block or something. You got to spend some money to do that kind of fun. But if you're wanting to go out there and have fun, you can do it for less than $5,000 easy.
And this silly little YouTube channel that we started it to tell stories and because we just want to have fun. And that's what we're doing. We've got away from the stories.
I would like to, as the saying, I would like to double back. Or sometimes we can kind of throw one in here and there because we do, but we are getting busy with doing other things because now this is gone. We've got these two. Now, again, these are not accurate. We've not touched this whiteboard today.
We hadn't touched it since Thursday.
Right. So we got to go back and fill out our numbers and everything. But we got into a crunch on doing this, and we've got to get back on. Now we're going to be in a crunch to get the car ready, to get the motor in and out and have it back, going.
And just so everyone knows, Vic, I'm talking to you too.
He's not watching our stuff. I done told you that.
Prove him wrong. Tell him you're watching. Vic sent me these silly little YouTube stickers. He sent me 37 of them.
And I think I brought 7 back, and only the reason I brought 7
Put them in a
back
different shirt.
is I had put them into Vivo. They locked the gate at Vivo, and I couldn't get to them.
I want y'all to know, say 30. I gave all 30 away. I gave 1 or 2 away before Saturday. We were talking to the people.
Hey, we give some guys, a couple of guys put them on their vehicle standing right there.
Let's fix junk or let's build junk. I'll have to pull him up on Instagram to make sure I'm not telling you wrong. I think it's Let's Fix Junk. He's got a 5.9 Cummins and a 5-speed and a dang El Camino, and he's in New York.
We actually followed it back and forth.
Yep.
Coming back, we'd pass them, and then we'd stop for something, and then
fuel
go back,
most of the time.
and then we'd get back on the road, and we'd pass them again.
Yep.
And then so.
Well, with that being said, I gave them 3 stickers because there's 3 guys there. What did they end up doing? They put 1 on each side of the El Camino. Whether they keep the body or not, but our stickers went on the side of their car, y'all. We don't even know these people from Adam. Not you, Adam. We know you because you got 1 leg. But I better be careful. He doesn't have a leg to stand on. But anyway, 3 stickers. 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 3 stick
He's got one.
Yeah, he doesn't have another one.
He does.
He's left-handed, he ain't right. Oh, anyway, those kids that asked Daddy to sign their shirt, I said, we don't have a Sharpie, but I got stickers. Again, little things like these stickers that, yes, it takes Vic a few minutes to make them. It takes him some time to print them and get them where he can do them right.
Well, I am going to talk to Vic because I like him. I really do.
Next time we're
But
going
I'm
to
going to go to the bigger ones. I really didn't know exactly what I was ordering when I ordered them, or we ordered them, however. But I do like them, but I do want to go to a bigger one.
But adults and kids alike, they love them. And you could very easily have sat there and said, you know, they're $1 a piece. Nah.
For the money we spent for the stickers, it made my day to see people taking them.
I don't care if those stickers cost me $20 a piece.
I do. I ain't got that kind of money.
I don't
I'm
either.
telling you right now,
But
when those kids and an adult took the sticker, whether they throw it away when they walk around the corner or not, they sincerely act like they wanted one. We did have one guy that said that he really didn't want the sticker, but he did take a card because he don't like stickers on his vehicles.
Yeah.
But he did take a card, and I was respectful for him to being respectful about it because he could have thrown it away.
Yeah. And guy from Summit, he said he really didn't want a sticker. So I gave him a business card. Hey, Summit, talk to one of your boys. A plus on that guy.
Yeah, and again, like I've told you, I'm a man of my word. Y'all sent us
I just don't wear the hat.
I do, because I told you I would wear. I try to wear it every time we have our briefing. And
We got the fender cover over
We got the
here.
fender cover. We got the banner up here above our machine, so when somebody pulls in, they see it. So I'm grateful for people grateful for me. So anyway, listen, we've probably been on this about an hour, and I do have to get up at 4:50 in the morning.
I don't. I'm on night shift.
So,
woohoo! I got taxes to do in the morning.
I do have to, and somebody's supposed to be here around 12 to get some tires done, and he's gonna have to do some cleaning up before he can get to that. So anyway, we're gonna draw this to the end. Remember, you got 1,440 minutes in every day you're giving to that birth, and I'm telling you right now, whatever the last 3 days of that is, I just burn up every one of them enjoying myself. So I'm telling you, get out there, have fun, enjoy yourself, set yourself a goal, and go for it. That's all you gotta do. Win, lose, or draw, just go have fun.
We don't do participation trophies, but at the end of the day, why you do it? It's to enjoy yourself. You don't do it to make him happy.
No.
You do it for yourself. And some days are harder than others.
And
Some
I
days.
felt like a kid at Christmas this weekend.
Oh, bullshit. He sat there with that fire suit on. He's leaned up against his car, and I've
I
been
didn't
telling him
know.
all day, I don't think can we just go home? He looks at me and says, I can't do this. He said, I can't do it. I said, bullshit. Get in the car.
I got pretty emotional, and
we have some amazing people around us right now. And
I want y'all to understand, I talked about Jonathan parked at the garage, but we also got Mac. Daryl, I call him Mac because it's Metal Art.
Daryl at Metal Art Customs. You got Adam at Grease Spot Garage, Hugh at Grand Pito Vic. You got Vic at Diecast Dream Customs, and pretending to be a car guy.
And don't forget Grandma Vic.
Yep, Grandma Vic.
They all have come together. They've all been here, and for this, I made a joke one time about a snowball, and I think it was Daryl said that this is a Snowman Family, and it's stuck because this is a group of people. I don't have a lot of friends, but I can tell you right now, I've got a group of people that I enjoy being around, I trust, and I am enjoying myself. Whatever I look forward to coming here, watching their premieres, watching their videos.
8 o'clock Monday through Friday, Daryl's premiere at Metal Art Customs.
So again, 1,440 minutes in every day. Get out there, get on your projects, make yourself happy, and remember, keep it silly. Thank you.